morning. I'm in beautiful California this week with Linnea and Nick, and I thought I would bring you along. I've been here not even 24 hours. We went out last night. I just knew it was gonna happen. So I came in on Sun Country, screw Sun Country by the way, and the flight was fine. But then we got to baggage claim and it took an hour and a half to get my bags. So I'm currently in the process of seeing if Sun Country will do something about that. Maybe give me a voucher for like a free bag on the way home or do something, because they wasted an hour and a half of my life and Linnea was like circling the airport and everybody else on our flight was circling the airport. We went out last night to a place called Wild Rose. It is a restaurant here. It's very fun, but we didn't really dress up a ton. I think Carolyn and Nick were probably the most dressed up last night. She was a wolf, he was a wolf. I just had cat ears. Linnea was Little Red Riding Hood. She just had literally a hood. And then Edon made up his own he made up his own costume, so it's not legitimate, but we all just did our best for the timing that we had. I mean, when I was waiting an hour and a half for luggage, I didn't even get here to their house till like 7:30, 8 p.m. And then we were going out. Things don't close early here, but they also don't stay up till, 3 in the morning. The restaurant that we were at, it had very much nightclub vibes. People were all decked out down in downtown Campbell here. Linnea and Nick had seen these like 50-year-old people doing a, what is it called? Flash mob yesterday, where they were dressed as zombies like in the middle of a park. She saw the zombies again, so that's what we were like, we gotta go out. And then Carolyn and Edon of course joined us, and I love seeing them, but I didn't really get a lot of video only because I really wanted to be in the moment. Like I just got here and I just didn't feel like it was the right timing to film. It's so interesting how you take care of yourself as in your early 20s versus your late 20s. I was thinking about that last night, how I used to just drink alcohol like it was water at parties. I wouldn't hydrate, I wouldn't eat, I'd wake up and be sick, I'd wake up and have a headache. And it's just so interesting because I used to think in my early 20s, like, oh, people in their late 20s, people in their 30s, they're just so weak, like they can't keep up. And now at 28, I'm like, I just don't even want to. Like I had that time and I got it out of my system. And now I want to go have like a nice dinner, have a drink or two, and like drink water and go to bed. Today we are going to either Napa or Sonoma, but we're doing a wine day and we're probably going to stop for coffee along the way. So I will film all of that. But this is my little fit. I have my 4 days striped top from last year when I did a collaboration with them. This is one of my favorite fall shirts. I would actually say today's outfit is kind of my uniform for the fall right now. So it's this mock neck, and then it's a Girlfriend Collective skirt. So it looks like a skirt, but then it has built-in shorts on the inside, and both of these are so comfortable. And then I have a jacket that I got in Amsterdam because it is like 65 or 70 degrees here, but it is a little windy. And I just think that'll look nice, like all the brown tones. And then I have my boots from Salvation Army, I think. People always ask me where I got these. I think they're so beautiful. And I got them for like $5 at a thrift store. So this is why we thrift, because nobody else has what I have. That's all I'm saying. Hello queens. I have like 20 minutes to get ready. We're going to the pumpkin patch. Most of my trip so far has been kind of moments that are really chill and the moments that are really busy. Like we went out Saturday night, and then yesterday during the morning was pretty relaxed. We slept in, and then in the afternoon we went out to a winery and had a taste testing, and then we came home and I stayed up till like 3 in the morning because I wanted to finish Harry Potter because I've never seen the last two movies of Harry Potter. So I was like, I'm staying up. I slept in till like 11 this morning. Then Linnea and I went to a place called Boulevard Coffee. It was like 15 minutes from here and spent most of today working. So it's like 4 in the afternoon at this point, and I'm finally getting ready for the day. We're gonna go to a pumpkin patch. I think tonight we're carving the pumpkins, maybe doing pumpkin seeds. I'm unsure, but I do think that we will at some point be doing a pumpkin creme brulee. Linnea found a recipe online, and basically you scoop out the insides of the pumpkin, and I don't know, to be honest, like I've had creme brulee before, but I don't know what you would call it, if you would say that you puree the insides, but basically you're making creme brulee with the innards of the pumpkin, and then you put sugar on top, and then Linnea and Nick have a, what's it called? Not a blowtorch. Is that what it's called? You torch the top, and then the creme brulee top is there where it is crunchy and really sweet and sugary. Took a walk before she got into work. We picked up a coffee. I got a chocolate croissant, and I thought this was so cute. They threw in a little Halloween cookie too. So generous. I love stuff like that. That's why we shop at family-owned places. Big corporations, they're never gonna do that for you. I had this realization when I was in Amsterdam, and then I came home, and this feeling that I'm gonna talk about it's kind of waned in and out the last 6 months. It's crazy to think that I quit my job 6 months ago and quit my corporate role, and it's so weird talking to people about it. I feel like people don't really ask me about it anymore. It's a different experience than I thought it was gonna be, and I haven't really talked about that, not in a trying to be fake way, you know. It's not, oh my gosh, everything's rainbows and sunshine when you don't have to do, you know, corporate role and you should leave your job and you should never look back. I think it is a personal decision, but there are things that have come into play that I just didn't consider before quitting my corporate role. And I feel like I want to really go in depth about this on a podcast sometime, but just kind of start the conversation here. So I feel like the first point that I haven't really talked about, but you might have noticed, is I quit my job to travel. That was my main goal when I quit in May, other than getting out of the corporate role that I was in. That was awful to like my mental health and my well-being back then. I really wanted to travel, and I went to Amsterdam for 3 weeks, and I came home, and my thought process on this changed while in Amsterdam a lot. A majority of Amsterdam experience was solo travel, but it was me by myself. And when I would walk around all day and really not share that experience with anybody and not talk to a lot of people, it was very different than I thought it was going to be. I thought I'd be going from like location to location to location, hostel to hostel, make a ton of friends, have all these, you know, things in common, and really start to gather a group of people who love to travel so that we could all be doing that. We could all be, you know, kind of co-partnering for our followings, things like that. That was the vision that I had, was constantly traveling, being with friends, meeting new people, having exciting experiences. It wasn't as social as I expected, and I ended up spending a lot of the time through those weeks on my own. So by the time I came back, it wasn't just like, oh, I miss my family and my friends. It was like, I just want to talk to somebody. I want to see people. There's also a financial aspect to not traveling as well. When I went through a whole summer being an intern for a church, there just wasn't pay, you know, kind of doing odd jobs here and there. which I kind of should have expected, but financially just not in a place to go out and travel as much as I would like, or to have to be more mindful. And I'm really grateful I went through that situation. I'm really grateful I went through that experience, especially in July and August. I mean, everything was really rigid of just eating simply, not going out to eat, not doing as many social things with friends, which again kind of created this loneliness or this isolation that's different than what I expected for this season. Beyond that too, I think I was so traveled out by the time I came home from Amsterdam. Like, I had done so many new things and had gone to so many new places. I just wanted to be home and know how to drive to a grocery store. I wanted to know how to walk to a friend's house. I wanted to know how to get places and kind of have a mindless process for a while, because every single day it was me getting up in Amsterdam being like, I want to accomplish these 5 things. I need to have all this equipment. I would sit in my hotel and like screenshot all of the directions because I was going without data, which was like a personal choice, might be different for you, but everything just felt very mindful in a way where I had to use the process of thinking constantly. There was always newness. I was by myself. Like, I don't know how else to put that other than when you are alone, there are so many things that come up and you think it's just going to be about safety, like being aware of safety. It's like, I also am the only person navigating my path for myself. I'm the only person who has all my equipment. I'm the only person walking 20,000 steps a day. There's nobody else really talking to me as much as I would like that I'm sharing these memories with. I'm the only person making these memories. And then you come home and you're like, I'm mentally drained. I'm financially more drained than I thought I'd be. I really didn't make the connections I thought I would make. And overall, like, I just am looking to sit at home or to be in a space that I know really well. And then on a bigger scale, it's like I thought I'd be craving travel because I'd just been stuck at home working corporate for so long. Like, I had trips here and there every couple months that were either like little ones or big ones. Or last year I went to the Quad Cities a lot, but I really thought I'd be itching to go and have a travel bug because I usually do. I usually like can't sit for more than a quarter of a year without planning something to go somewhere and really switch up my environment for like a week. And instead I came home and I was talking with my friend Ani about this because she also is really big into traveling. And we were like, sometimes you just come to a point in yourself where you realize I could do a lot of things, but I don't want to. Like, I have the resources, the finances, the ability, the freedom, time-wise, to go jump on a plane and do all this stuff. But sometimes just because you can do something doesn't mean you should, or you want to, or it's the most beneficial choice for you. And I think I realized that, and that was very surprising for me to come home from the Netherlands and be like, actually, I just don't want to go anywhere for a while. And the only place I really went after May was here in California for the Strecker Ave for 2 days. Otherwise, I did not go anywhere. I didn't go to Illinois. I didn't leave Minnesota. And I think that was good for me to also wrestle with, why do I feel like I need to leave all the time? Why do I feel like I can't stay home? It forced me into a more content feeling with being at my house and having simplicity. And there's so many things I've learned in the last 6 months that I can't even get into because we won't have time. I'm already, so many minutes into talking about this. It would just get too long. That's why I want to do like a vlog. But I think the biggest thing I've learned and I'm trying to express to people is there's moments of sadness in that loneliness, especially as a single woman, there's moments of sadness. But that's not the overarching feeling. The overarching feeling is just, I'm doing something in this season and I don't know anybody else who's doing this. So when it comes down to it, it's like, how do I explain this experience to people who have never had this experience? How do I explain the just basic loneliness of being a single person to someone who hasn't been single for long in their adult life? How do I explain quitting a corporate job and the pressure that comes with feeling like you need to succeed because you took a risk that other people aren't taking? How do I explain thinking I'm going to travel and completely switching up the entire goal of the season, kind of to a point where I don't even know what the goal is right now. Like, I feel like I'm at a point where I don't know myself, and I don't really know. I know what I like, but I don't know what I want. And just the loneliness of experience in a lot of ways, in a lot of different experiences that other adults have never done, don't have a desire to do, are like not quite grasping. You can never go into detail about what you're doing or how it feels or every thought that you have. And I think that's what plays into the loneliness of singleness too, because when you have, you know, a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend, you kind of have those day-to-day, like, today I really had this realization, or you're venting about something, or, you know, you're kind of giving a tiny update, versus when you have friends and family, you're seeing them like once a month, once a quarter, and you're trying to explain these huge concepts of how something has changed your life so drastically. You can't give the little updates. Sometimes it can be overwhelming, so you just cut out like major pieces of your experience to make it more palatable for other people. And I don't know, I was just sitting here thinking about all those things and realizing that I've never really talked about that, and I feel like there's other people who have felt aspects of that, even if they are living more of a traditional lifestyle. And I think there's also probably a ton of people who will watch this and are travelers and solo travelers who may understand this experience of constantly feeling like you're evolving, but you can't share that with other people. And you don't really know who you are, and you don't know how to explain who you are to other people because you don't really feel like you fit in a box, I guess, of like people can understand and people can have a concept of you. I don't know. It's just such a weird experience. It's beautiful. I'll never take it back. I don't regret it at all. There are aspects of it that are more challenging, but it's really been such a cool experience. And I guess that all that to say, like, I don't know what'll happen next, but I'm excited to just take it day by day and really slow down and find out. Every year I feel like the funniest part of my Halloween vlog is when I watch the two of us take this massive knife and only by the grace of God survive. It is what it is until somebody goes to the hospital. Time for Smarter Than a Fifth Grader.
Pumpkins. Oh, okay.
Give us the questions.
In classical music, what instruments usually comprise a string quartet?
Violin, viola,
cello, and bass, whatever it's called, bassoon.
Incorrect.
Okay, wait.
Violin, viola, cello.
Violin, cello.
Does the order matter?
No, I was just thinking, like, is viola in there?
Huh?
Is viola in there?
Is what in there? Viola?
What is it?
Viola? Like a violin? Viola? Viola?
Yeah.
Is
Viola
that
and
in there?
violin are different, but yeah, viola.
Cello?
What do you mean they're different?
I feel like we're just
They're not the
missing
same instrument. A violin and a viola.
So is it a
are
violin, a viola, a viola, and a cello?
Wait.
You said viola and viola are different.
No, I said
not violin.
violin and viola are different.
Oh, that's what we've been saying the whole time.
No, I know. I think Kaylee said the same. She said them both at the same time. Like, you know, a viola, a violin. And I was like, oh, they're different.
But I think they're both in a string quartet.
Yeah, they're both in the string quartet.
I think the cello is.
Tell you the answer?
Hold on. There's got to be one we're missing. Is it that we're missing one or we added one?
Well, there's got to be four, right?
That's what I would think. Oh yeah, quartet.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 violins, a cello, and a viola.
Yeah.
not
How many
science
feet
grade.
are there in 75 yards?
How many what?
How many feet are in 75 yards?
225.
There's 3 feet in a yard. 225 feet are in 75 yards.
I'm like floored. I didn't even get the numbers before the answer.
What does a paleontologist study?
Okay, Ross Geller. Dinosaurs?
Bones. Skeletons.
Yeah. Fossils. In colonial America,
Oh, my favorite times.
what was the Sugar Act?
Like a sugar tax.
Everything was a tax.
Yeah.
Was it a tax on
It
sugar?
was a tax. Not Not on sugar specifically, but
On like
On
tree,
baking?
like sugar,
Oh, like not syrups, but like
like the sugar,
saps.
like yeah, like the trees, like on
kind
the.
of, yeah. Molasses.
Molasses.
It was a tax on molasses and wine.
Wine.
Yeah, I don't know how that. I don't know.
Was it all like prohibition?
I guess.
Winding up. What like fifth grader knows about wine and
I
molasses?
was gonna say, I don't
taxes?
remember doing. I feel like the acts, like government movements and stuff. I feel like it was not in our 5th grade.
Loser.
Loser. Who invented the light bulb?
Benjamin Franklin, perhaps? No, Alexander Graham Bell.
No.
Einstein.
No.
Einstein.
The light bulb.
The light bulb.
It wasn't Benjamin Franklin.
No.
He
He discovered electricity?
because he
He
was like
used
flying the
electricity,
kite.
Yeah, he
I swear it was Alexander Graham Bell, but he invented something
did
then.
the telephone.
Oh,
Alexander Hamilton. Final answer.
Final answer? The correct answer is Thomas Edison.
the Edison bulb, duh.
Edison.
Oh, I like
Eddie.
blanked. I totally forgot about it.
I knew it was like a founding father or whatever.
Tommy Eds.
Yeah, Tommy Ed's.
The Tropic of Capricorn lies in which hemisphere?
Who?
Southern.
Yes.
Oh,
I don't know. That was a wild
she's
guess.
The
educated.
Tropic of Capricorn.
So
It just sounded south, so.
It is tropic. What is the clinical name
okay.
for
No.
the thigh bone?
The hamstring.
No, that's a muscle.
The
babe.
quad. What?
The thigh bone.
It's the bone.
The
The
bone.
thigh bone.
Isn't it the femur?
Next question.
I thought the femur was the one from the knee to the foot.
I think no, that's your like tibia and fibula, I think. Something like
Pass?
that.
I don't know. How
Where's Hannah Montana? You need her?
It's the femur.
Well,
Oh, who painted the Mona Lisa? Wasn't that our boy Da Vinci or whatever? Or
Leonardo.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh wait,
Da
no,
Vinci.
that's the actor, Leonardo da Vinci. Yeah.
Leonardo da Vinci. They're- Right? Was it him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Leonardo
believe
da
you're
Vinci.
correct. If I only could remember that one's an actor and one's a man.
Who was president of the United States before George W. Bush?
Bill
Right?
Clinton.
Yeah.
Clinton?
Lil Bill.
Well, Bill.
Lil Bill.
What are the 3 states of matter? I think it's.
Solid, liquid,
gas.
and gas.
I think so.
I remember the Trinity.
Is that like Trinity's thing? Or is that part of Trinity? Is that what the Trinity is?
No, one time at church they were like, you can remember the Holy Spirit is like steam and gas. And Jesus is the solid, and then, or is he the, yeah, he's the solid and God's the liquid or
Why
something.
is God liquid?
Because then it's like helps you understand 3 forms in one.
Yeah, God's the leftover, they're like, just make him liquid.
I don't remember.
Like, Jesus
because
is
like the Holy
solid.
Spirit's like
Yeah,
the Spirit.
I get the
He's
Spirit,
gotta be the
yeah.
gas.
I get the
And then
Spirit as
Jesus is
gas.
a solid form of
Yeah,
God.
I get those two, but I feel like God just gets the leftover liquid. Like, they're just like, and God's, he's a
You're
liquid.
like, he can be the liquid.
He's a liquid. What country has the longest border with the United States?
Like with the United States?
I mean, I feel like it's probably California.
Wait, what country or what state?
Oh, country. Yeah, what country is the longest?
With the United States, probably Canada.
I mean, there's only 2 to
Canadian.
choose from.
Yeah.
I would guess.
Which planet in our solar system is known for its beautiful rings?
Saturn.
Yeah. She would be.
Oh, cute. Are you gonna do Mike Wazowski?
I am.
Yay.